G'day nuclear enthusiasts, and welcome back to episode 19, back by popular demand. For those of you that voted, they wanted to see Loop 1's installation and use. So hopefully before that actually gets shipped out to us at 1200 hours, so in 13 or so hours in game. So we're going to see if we can speed up the time just a little bit for now. I've got huge plans. I want to get that transformer in before 12 o'clock. I need to get the ion exchange capacity all cleaned out because that's going to take quite some time. And I'd really also like to get the core into the maximum mode, specifically so we can get it to 360 to get a hold on all of these chemical kind of concentrations. So if the core is at the nominal kind of mode at 306 degrees, you won't be able to get a hold on the xenon and the iodine as much as you possibly can when you're at 360. So it's just much better, more efficient to get a hold on all your chemicals through this way here. I have also noticed many commenters, and I did go ahead and test it with the meltdown procedure. Even as I am now, you just have to set the control rods to absolute zero, turn the pressurizer off, and obviously if you have chemicals, go ahead and set the filter pump all the way to 100% to get rid of all that boric acid, aka the brakes of the reactor. So 0, 100%, and the pressurizer off, where in my videos it didn't actually work with that pressurizer on. So that actually does melt down, but the reverse meltdown is currently broken at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the next hour's expected demand. It's going to go down, so let's see if we can pop this down to like 26. It is 2 points higher on one of them, which is okay. They're probably going to drop that. These are really quite low, so they can pop back up again. They should be okay. Good temp on that. A little bit over the top on the condenser. Reactivity is still quite high, so let's see if we can go maybe 58 or so and get the brakes on that reactivity a bit. Might be good. Might even be good to go 60. Set that and forget, so the temperature can hopefully come down a little bit while we go and turn the ion exchange cleaner pump to get that exchange capacity up going in the background, because that's going to take quite some time to get going. Oh, nearly missed the door. First of all, we need that one, and we need that one. We need the sodium hydroxide open. Careful of the stairs. And we need to get that on to 100%. So now that should effectively bring that up. That'll be quite some time before that gets done. So we'll just try and keep an eye on it while we get nice stability out to the grid. Run back in here. Good. 382. We're still probably a little bit too high, but at the moment we are currently using the exchange capacity, so even if we tried to filter some boric acid out of the plant, we still are unable to do so for now, just for the fact that we're getting the exchange capacity up through this way. External, yeah, that's the one for the truck. So we've already got all those topped up. 3,000. We're definitely going to drop down much severely after that, so I'll be more comfortable getting this down further. Quick peek over here. Maybe bring this down by like 2 or so for now. Taking about 20 liters away from each other. It's not too bad. Bypass valves are open completely. That's good. Yep, that's obviously jumped back down again. We should be able to dose some boric acid in there, at least for now. Maybe 5, just to slow it. Drop it down a little bit more, maybe 9.7 or so, and it should update every minute. That should be okay for now. 160, meeting demand, only deriving just a little bit. Let's see if we can turn this down a little bit more. leave that as is. We need to bring the temperature down more. 9.5. Let it go down just a little bit more, because I'm expecting the power to go back up again, so I don't want to overdo it here. So we'll set that to 0. Let the temp come down just a little bit. I think that should be good. Yeah, so let that come down. We can probably get this down to 65 and let that temp come down slowly. Hopefully 65 isn't too much. 65, let it stable out a little bit. No xenon just yet. Iodine creation has dropped down a lot. There's a lot of iodine already present in the reactor, which in 6 hours, which I think will be soon, that'll come on over to xenon. T03, good. 2250, this is when the power is going to drop severely, so I'm going to drop that even further. That's brought that back up again. Actually, just set that back to 65 and we'll just put a little bit more boric acid in the core. How's this one going? It's at 96, that's good, that's nearly finished. Can go ahead and shut that all off, so even if we overdo it here a little bit, we should be okay. 3298. Should bring that down. How are we going on the steam gens? They're bringing up, good. So we can drop this down. Even down to 30 even, that's good. I like that. 376, that should drop down further. We are burning a lot in our resistors, so I'm definitely going to open these up by at least 20 just to get it away from our 10,000 capacity for now. Good, this one's still dropping. Let's drop that by 3. Just a little difficult as I cannot see the next hour, which I'm expecting it to go up at least. Let's set that one to 0 and stop that from putting in. 976. Let's go to 25. Bring it on down, bring it on down. They can stay as is for now. Happy to speed the time up. Let's get this going. So we're trying to get an extra 43,000 specifically so we can get another power transformer in 03 for 350 total. I'm not too worried about another resistor bank or upgrading previous power transformers for like double the price for only 10% increase. It's just not worth it in my opinion. Might be worth actually getting the DLC's generator on upstairs. It's an extra 125.50, but my main priority is that power transformer and perhaps upgrading massively at level 8 on loop 1 when it's installed. So I think that should work out rather well. 23:30. It's nearly midnight. So what I might do is get these onto charge. That can stay on automatic. It shouldn't turn on regardless unless we really desperately need it. 979. Just slow it down a little bit. We're at 62 already. 991, that's okay there. So we are expecting it to bring it up in power very soon. And I'm not able to turn my resistor banks off just yet. We've got time. Let's drop that down by another 5 and hopefully it doesn't stall the system too much. Let's go the other way around. 67. Not even enough. Gonna need to dose some more boric acid in the core possibly. Drop it by 3. Okay, what do we got on the next hour? 10,000, so I'm pretty sure we're not making it, but at least we've got these open slightly so we can do that. Let's slow down the time. Let's see what any objectives we've got. No interruptions between 21 and 5. We got that previously. We're still doing that. Minimum service compliant. Avoid emergency stops throughout the day. I'm pretty sure that's A-okay, unless we get an RNG failure of some sort. And there we go. We triggered an audit in 15 hours. I'm not sure if that just popped up now or just earlier, and as I've just noticed it, but that's perfectly fine. We can get that on through, and even just quickly get another maintenance analysis around the plant to see where we're at. And let's go ahead and get some boric acid in the core. Probably not too much, as I'm expecting it to go up, and we're just not meeting demand, so now's the time to do it. That's all right, we should be able to pay that. That was the power for using the external power supply, which should be in here. Service invoices. It's already paid already. Perfect. I should drop down. Let's go to 60 because we're dosing the core with more boric acid. Should be okay for now. How are we going over here? Dropping. Let's get it up to 25 for now and start bringing up some more power pronto. 27. Let's go up by an extra 4. No. Let's crank it all the way to 30 straight away. I want to get that power up, which we are now meeting demand. That's good. I'm more than happy to hopefully... Oh, let's slow down the time. Let's turn this to 0 and let's go and get the ion exchange turned off and reset before I forget about it. We've nearly got level 8, so we can get that Loop 1's installation and upgraded nicely. Let's go on up here. Turn the pump off first, Sharpie. Yep, it's overpressurizing. I probably damaged it just a little bit, but that's fine. That can be fixed in the next one, and we'll close those both off. I'll open them back up, sorry. Good. Walk down the stairs. Zoom on through. And now I should be able to speed that time up more happily. How are we over here? 965. So let's go 55 for now. Might even have to use the boric filter pump to get rid of some of that boric acid at some point. Right, let that stabilize out a little bit. We are about 7 points away on the other one, so now's the time that that's finally stabilized. I can drop this down by 1 for now, just to see how that kind of works out. Burning 2500. Good temperature over there. It's dropping a bit in the condenser, that's fine. Activity 50. Let's just drop that more. Need a bit more temperature, even a little bit. That's good. 10.01 at 352 degrees. I'm actually pretty happy with that. We have more than enough money to go ahead and purchase that extra power transformer in 03. Thank you very much. That should be just about anything we'd need to install, for the fact that the second generator isn't very handy since this external power supply is now available. As long as you keep on top of paying any of those service invoices, which you easily can do, you'll always have access to a generator on demand pretty much, which it might be good to fill that back up a little bit just in case at some point very quickly. We're at 10, 47. Where are we on the next hour? Up and then down slightly, which should be okay. That should be more than enough for what they're needing. 101, 1700. So let's just quickly go run upstairs and top that generator up before I forget. And we'll see if we can fill up any tanks we have around the facility, like the internal reservoir and things, to fill the outer core vessel and the inner core vessel themselves. So it might be a good idea to also maybe get a couple fuel tanks. Marketplace. No. Supplies, fuel. Let's just buy 3 of them. What was that? The maintenance report. Excellent. What do we got? Freight core. 10 on the cooling circuit. 11. 94. We will easily pass, I reckon, in 14 hours. 10:05. Making power. 2009. It's a little higher than I normally want it. How's the temp on this? 174, 173. Now I'm much happier to bring this down since those two have leveled out. That should bring up our reactivity a bit too. Excellent. So we should be going down in power in the next bit. At least. Yeah. Good, 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 good. We're going very well so far. Very, very well. And do we need to fill this up? No, I don't think so, because if we empty the outer core vessel, it goes into the core pool coolant tank. So at least there'll be room for us to, if we need to empty that out. And the same goes for the internal core vessel that empties into the primary circuit coolant tank here. So always make sure there's room in this one and room in this one, so you can actually empty out into them from their main source. And they both fill up, these two here, from the external coolant reservoir by using what says here. So MO2 must be open or the other one's closed to fill the core pool coolant tank to fix the external coolant vessel. And then MO3, all others closed, to fill the primary coolant tank, this one here, to fill your internal core vessel. Kind of simply just like that. Temperature's good. We made another hour. We should be going down, burning a little bit in our resistors. That's a-okay by me, even if we open them up by about 10%, just to help us in the future, so we can see then and then drop it down further if needed be. And I'm really keen to get this audit on done and get a nice trophy that we should be able to get on our stands finally. First one of the season. 100%, they're all good. Good, good. They're all open like they should be. Bringing up the temperature slowly, that's fine, 73 degrees. Wish I could speed the time up a little bit faster, but unfortunately I cannot. Just trying to think if there's anything else we could do. Not really, to be honest, as I'd rather have some room in there and in there, as I was saying before. No one, that should even out. There we go. Some of it has come over, as that was at 0 before. Now it's at 10.44. We are rather high on that, but at 360 degrees, we should keep a hold on all of these chemicals. 99.54. And I'm really unsure where everyone is telling me the fuels integrity or usage meter is, as the integrity and that is for the building itself, and obviously that's the overall output you're doing. Our bypass valves are open and all sorts of stuff, so we're quite inefficient at the moment, but we could be a lot worse, as we've seen in the past. Batteries are full. Might be good to say to IO to go and charge for a little bit, as most of this is perfectly fine as is. There we go, there's another hour, and this is when we're gonna drop. Oh, okay. After that, yep. 2144. Might even be wise for the fact that we're going to be... Yeah, it's going to be much higher. It has updated. So it's going to be about 15,000. It's just starting us off kind of warmly. And then they're going to go, yeah, just give us more and more and more. And then hopefully in the game's coding, once loop 1 is installed, the game will be like, oh, you can produce more power, which is why I also got that extra power transformer. No point having a capacity of 17,000 if you can produce like 30,000 with no upgrades, with all 3 loops going pretty much. You can get so much power out of them, it's just not even funny. But as soon as you start over talking and over speeding everything, mainly this above 100%, then you start kicking yourself out of sync, out of off the grid, and all that sorts of stuff that is very juicy that you have to like balance everything out. But as always, that is the end of the episode. Make sure you stick around for the next one. Stay sharp till then as always. Like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. See ya.